Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for August 5th and 19th. Before we get to the forecast, we're going to talk about what's going on in the tropics. This is what we, tropical, what are they calling it? This is potential tropical cyclone number 4. And it's becoming better organized. And I was wrong. I was saying it was going to develop much because it kept trending further and further west. It didn't form where they were first saying. So we're going to continue to watch this. This is the current satellite picture of this system. As more clouds since yesterday. It looked something like this yesterday, So now it's becoming better organized. And it's not forecast to develop till it gets out here. And we'll look at the models and see what they're saying about this. Okay. All right. Here we are this evening. Got to watch over Cuba. It's over Cuba. And then we get to tomorrow evening. Now it's a low, 1010 millibars. Then it still remains 10 millibars as it's very close to land. That might be an inhibitor, and it's to the west of Florida. And then we go to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Still hasn't intensified much, and then it starts to intensify off the Carolina coast. Not much though. 10-9, 10-9. Then it goes 10-7, but it looks like a tightly wound system. And it goes 10-104. Very slowly intensifies as it moves along the coast. Then it becomes 998 off the Carolina coast. And this has to be something that will be closely monitored. It depends how close it comes to the East Coast. Now it's down to 995 millibars. And we'll go to the system, to the surface here. This is GFS. And then it becomes inside the 70 millibar, 770 latitude, and then it goes out. Depends how close. There might be some rain, like I said yesterday, along the southern mid-Atlantic coast, southeast, and maybe parts of New England, and maybe as far west as New York City. But again, a lot can change between now and then. And then we'll look at the European. Still similar, doesn't really develop much. It's over land, then it gets over the water. Then it loses it. Then it's off very close to the Virginia coast of the Delmarva area, 1016. Doesn't really develop it much. So we have to see. So the Europeans is saying there's not much of development where the GFS is developing into something going on. We'll look at the other models here, and we'll look at the intensity forecast. And here's the ships, has it becoming a Cat 2 hurricane in about 108 hours. The other models, the majority, keep it as a tropical storm. And then we'll look at the other models here. And then it keeps it just off the coast. This is one here. And we'll look at the other one. This only goes out so far. And it brings it off the Carolina coast. And I want to look at something else. All right, this is the other models. You see the HMON. Still, like most of the models, bring it to just tropical storm. The other ones bring it, still a tropical storm. And we'll look at, let me see what I can bring up on here. We're going to look at the H-mile forecast here. And this brings it more off to the east, further off than the other models say. Compared to the GFS, keeps it further out. So we'll keep an eye on this as we go through the next couple of days. Okay, now we're going to get to the forecast here, and this is for the period August 5th to the 9th. And we still have our strong ridge here over the west. This will be suppressed further to the north as energy rises across the northern stream, forcing a trough here. But this will be suppressed more to the, it'll spread eastward, but more confined to the south central states. This will keep the heat across this region here. And period for August 10th to the 14th. Now we have a broad ridge covering much of the country. We still have a trough here over the northeast. We have a ridge and above normal heights across much of North America, a trough out here across the Aleutians. So for this forecast period, I am calling for, and I don't have the right map. Let me see. Okay, here's the map. I'm calling for above normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies to be near 12 degrees above normal, mainly across here. Below normal temperatures across this region here, with anomalies closer to about 2 to 4 degrees below normal. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%, below normal precipitation here, and for this region, probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for August 15th to the 19th. And we have a trough here across the northwest and the northeast. Strong ridge still remaining across portions of the west and the southwest. Across the area here. Other models are keeping a ridge, but you notice it's not as strong as it has been, like 594 and 600 DM. So it's just a ridge. Westerlies across to the north. Pattern looks better than it has if you don't like the heat, which I'm included in that. So for this forecast period, I am calling for, wrong map again, calling for above normal temperatures here with anomalies near 12 degrees above normal here, below normal temperatures forecast for this region here, and we have more cooler air moving across the northern plains, with anomalies of 2 to 6 degrees below normal across this region here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence 35%. And we have above normal precipitation for this region here. Occurrence 35%. And this is an article I came across today. And today, this U.S. faced an exceptional day of climate change driven by this heat on Friday, very hot temperatures, and coast-to-coast heat waves bring anomaly high temperatures to nearly half of the United States. And according to the Climate Shift Index from the Science Communication Group, Climate Central, Friday's heat is being made at least 3 times probability caused by climate change. And here's an interesting fact. Forecast record, 148 million Americans, half the country's population, is facing and experiencing excessive heat temperatures made at least 3 times more likely due to climate change. So that's interesting here. That's what I have to show. Okay, again, looking at, we're going to go back here, looking at potential tropical development here. Here's our system here, and as of 2 p.m., it has 25 knot winds, 30 miles per hour, central pressure 1012 millibars, and located 21.1 north, 77.5 west, movements to the west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good evening.